Hey team, we are coming at you tonight, our team Zoom, with special guest Christine Weir, our Diamond leader, my sponsor. She's amazing, and she's on here tonight to support and encourage everybody. Hopefully, maybe you were on the Zoom with us Tuesday, or maybe you're on it with us again Tuesday, Thursday. Today's Thursday, and but we're recording it for you guys so that you guys can have this to share with your team for those people that couldn't be here tonight. But we're all about talking about you guys ranking up. So before we get started, I want to hear from all of you what your rank up goals are. And it's okay to be big and scary goals here. That's what we're doing tonight. We're talking about being brave and talking about running for it. So I'm going to be quiet, and you can take yourself off mute and just shout out what rank you want to be this month.
Going for Ruby.
Yay!
I'm going for Senior Ruby.
Yay!
I'm going for Senior Gold.
Yay!
I'm going for Ruby.
Woo-hoo, lots of rubies. Red, I'm wearing red tonight. Red and blue. Christine's wearing her blue.
I'm going for Ruby too. Rebecca, I'm going to go for Ruby.
Yay! Do it.
Senior Ruby.
Silver, super silver.
Yay. Which one said super silver? I heard super silver, but I didn't see who it was. Cassie? Awesome.
That was me, yeah. Not sure if this is working.
We saw you. Okay, what about Bridget? Or Marianne or Katie? Have you guys said I can't?
Bridget put hers in the chat.
Okay. Oh,
Gold, staying on mute because she's helping her son with the shower.
okay. I see Marianne too. Brenda's just joining us. Hey, Brenda. We're asking what your rank up goal is for this month. You're on mute. We can't hear you. We can't hear you.
I'm sorry, I was on mute still. I was saying I would love to get to gold, but I would also be excited even for super silver.
Yay.
I feel like I've been barely clinging to silver, so to get past that would be fantastic.
Super
I did get one Friday, was it? Or Monday? I don't remember.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I got one.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had another, but she was in the emergency room, and she couldn't get her order through on her phone. She was having trouble. And so I offered to help her, but then I didn't hear from her because she said the doctor was coming in. So I need to call her back, but hopefully she'll still want to. All the more reason, right? If she's not feeling well.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah, for sure. We can help with that.
Yes.
Awesome. And Cassie is a trooper to be on here after just having surgery on your nose. Is that where the surgery? Ow. Looks painful.
Yeah, I had nasal sinus surgery and fixed some damage, so I look pretty funny.
You're all right. Hopefully you'll heal quickly from that. Oh, we have another surprise guest on. I didn't even tell you. Only Christine and I knew about this. I might have told Lori, I'm not sure, and Stephanie. I don't know if I told you guys. I don't think I did. They're all surprised. Michelle Minnick is on. Woof, woof. Michelle, if you don't know, she is our amazing business coach. She's our team business coach. And she and I chat on the phone at least once a month about how the team's growing and how the team's doing. And she's a number cruncher. She's really good at what she does. She's going to join us. Why don't you take yourself off mute whenever you can, Michelle? Did we do all of it? Did everybody do their rank up goals? If you didn't, last chance. There's Michelle. Did everybody say
Sorry,
their
I was trying to disconnect my audio and
Like, I can barely hear you, but I think it's my phone.
Oh no. Well, we're so glad
Give
to
me a
have
second.
you. Michelle is
I'm gonna leave and come back.
okay. She's a trooper. Like, she should be done working at 5, and it's 6:30 in Arizona right now, 6:40. And she said she'd come on our Zoom tonight to encourage you all.
Did
Good.
Ashley and Melinda say what they want to rank up to? They
Sorry, on the other night. So senior gold.
Yay. Let's do it. And then Ashley. On mute.
I think I got it. Now I can hear everybody.
Okay, awesome. Ashley, can you say, we can't hear you. You're on mute. Did you say what your goal was, girl? Or type it? Okay, well, we're going to get back to that. Michelle, we're so glad to have you on here.
Hey guys, sorry. Hopefully my AC in my car, I can turn it off for a minute. It's not that hot in Arizona yet. How is everybody? I recognize a few faces. Hey, Christine, Stephanie, and Mandy. I thought I saw Denise in here. Mariah. Oh my gosh, so many people who I know I have looked up to see who is going to be ranking up, right? You guys have some exciting goals for the month?
Yes.
I see lots of it. Hey, Lori. Hi, Melinda. I don't think I've ever had a call or talk with you before, but I definitely know who you are. I know your name. I'm like going through. Okay. So I'm not sure where you guys are at or what we're doing yet because I jumped on a little bit late. I just got home. So
that's fine. Well, okay, so we're really just getting started. So I want Christine to kind of take it away. You know, Tuesday we talked a little bit about things we can do to help you guys with your goals of ranking up. You know, they're pretty basic things that we've talked about a lot is the $1.99 welcome packs because that's points this month. You know, and just the value of that people are getting the best deal. That's really the future of Plexus, I think. I don't know. I mean, Michelle hasn't told me any big secrets, but I just think we have to get in that mindset that is the future because people are loving it. People are having better results on it. They're staying more, retention is better because they fall in love with 3 or 4 things instead of just a bag of Slim. They want the whole thing. And so that is key. And then also really going back and inviting people to come back. People in your back office that have, you know, ordering each month, but maybe they're only ordering a bag of Slim or they're ordering a bag of Slim and BioCleanse because they can't poop. Well, they need more than just that, right? We know that we have good tools to help them with all their other goals. And so we want to invite people this month for sure to come back so that they're 100 PV so that you're getting paid on their order. Because if they're not ordering 100 in volume, then you're not getting pay points for that. And that makes it really hard to rank up. And thankfully we have subscriptions. They're getting that automatic subscription when they join. You know, make sure they do have their subscription, make sure it's not messed up or they didn't get one. So those are just a few key things to really be looking at right now this month, not waiting till after the subscriptions ship, but really go in there now and be looking at, you know, inviting people to come on back and to give them a little incentive if you have to, you know, pay for their shipping or do something. Because the more you can do that, then that's going to help you towards the end of the month when the subscriptions do go and you kind of see where you're at with your points. If you can kind of be building right now, that's going to make a big difference. Oh.
Yeah, for sure. I was just going to add on to what you said and just kind of reiterate the same thing. So $1.99 welcome packs, I mean, obviously they're going to give you points, but you know, from my experience in sales, and I don't know if any of you have ever been in sales before besides this, but my personal experience was, and I was even trained at this, was really to help people get their cart number. I mean, we'll look at, and we actually had a meeting today looking at cart size and how that affects retention, but really helping people to have 5 to 7 products with us. So if somebody came in or somebody came into my branch, or if I got a phone call from somebody when I was like in banking and insurance, if they only had like a checking account with us, like that person is gonna leave. Like they could go get an incentive from somewhere else to go try something different. right? So if somebody comes in and all they're taking with us is just ProBio 5 because all they started with was triplex, and maybe they just went through bad detox or something happened and that's the only thing they wanted to take was ProBio, well, then there's everything to lose, right? There's only 3 products. Even if they just drop one, they're like, oh, I don't need as much BioCleanse, right? Then they only have 2. But if somebody really loves the rest of our products and they're loving X Factor Plus and they're loving Ease and they're loving Lean on top of their triplex, then you're going to have somebody who's got a cart of like 3 minimum, but probably about 5 products, right? So that's really going to help. So when they come in with those $199 welcome packs, then they have so much more to try. They get to see what they really love, and it's going to help that cart size overall, which is going to help your retention overall, right? Because they're not going to be shopping anywhere else for anything else, especially if they're getting it at wholesale price and getting paid back for that. Like, even if I wanted a different kind of protein, which I don't, I'm not going to go to Whole Foods. I'm not going to go to Sprouts. I'm not going to go to Amazon because they're not paying me to buy my own products, right? So even if it's just that little bit that you can let people know, even if you just get the little bit back on your PV, and you can do the math for them, right? Letting them know kind of what it's going to do for them, help them to love those products, and overall it's going to help with your retention. And then with their subscriptions as well, right? Those are automatic. So setting up that expectation. So not just, sometimes I think it's hard, it's uncomfortable, we don't know what to say. But I think if we're having the right conversations and setting the expectation that you're going to be taking these products 60, 90, 120 days down the road to begin with, that's the beginning of your journey, that it's not the whole ride, right? Letting people know that. So if they do come to the subscription process in the enrollment process, right, the subscription part, and they're like, oh, what's this? Like, it's not really a question, right?
What, honey?
Oh, sorry. So I think just leading with a lot of confidence, knowing that what we have is amazing for these people and getting the right things in their hands, overall, that's going to help with that retention. So just like Rebecca said, when we get to the end of the month, it's not a surprise. They're anticipating that. And if we have really, really great follow-up with those people, right, we treat them the same way as we were when we were prospecting them, right? Because they are just as important, whether they're a prospect or whether they're on our team. And we're following up and we know where they're at, then the subscription is not going to be a surprise, right? The subscription is going to be anticipated. They can't wait to get their hands on the rest of their products because they're probably out of what they're loving, right? Everyone agrees? Okay, I got some thumbs up. All right.
Great point, Michelle. I think another thing to really talk about too is just that we have free codes right now. The new people that just joined, you guys, that just joined us. I have one. She's already used 2 of her codes. She's getting ready to use the 3rd one. And so really emphasize that. Normalize the sharing. It's not that you want to build a business necessarily. I get it. Like, Christine had said that to me my first month. I would have been like, whoa. And she didn't say that to me. But, it just was like, oh, you're feeling this? Great. Like, share that with your sister or your mom or whoever because it could help them who that struggles, So encourage your people to be sharing and using those codes themselves. And if they're not using the codes, then yeah, you can use the codes. But it would be way better, right, if you could help develop a silver or 2 or 3, because that's going to bring in the snowball effect. That's going to bring in the duplication. And if they're doing it with $199 packs, they're getting those big bonuses. And if they're doing 2 or 3, they're getting the double, I keep saying points, but that's not it. Double
BBB.
payout. Yeah, building bonuses. So it's the time. It's just the time to build and to grow. And I'm excited to see, we're doing a great job so far. I think we've added 60 people already this month. And at 61, I just looked at my back office. And so we're doing great. So just keep on going with what we're doing.
Oh, yeah, I think that's great advice for sure. And we actually were doing some of the math today. We had a meeting, all the coaches, Christina, the whole sales team. And we were talking about, how can we really make sure people have a good idea of like what these codes could do for them, right? These new people. So if they're in their first 14 days, obviously, if they did fast start, that's $422. Add an additional $75 for those 3 welcome packs being doubled. If they're starting with their first 3, that's almost $500 for a silver, right? and the value of their $1.99 welcome pack, really letting people know, like, and it tells you on the website what the value is, right? So you can go through and look at the welcome packs and it will tell you. But hey, this is the value of what you're getting, and you have the opportunity to make so much money, right? Just to make it's a huge amount of money, I think, for a silver in their first 14 days, right? And if they don't do it in their first 14, you just subtract that 100, right, for the additional bonus. So almost $400 if they do it over the course of the 30 days, which is just incredible. Like, I would go for it.
Yeah, I mean, for real, you guys, like, it's crazy, right? Like, when we all started, most of us, like, silver was 175. That's the most you could make. And so it's just great. Totally. Christine, what do you have to add? Have anything else to add to that?
Are you like giving me the floor? Because everybody needs
Well,
to buckle up.
Everybody needs to buckle up.
Buckle up. So those of you all that I have not met, I just need to do a disclaimer before I even start talking. And that is that I am a highly, highly passionate person. And I'm like straight up person. I don't like sugarcoat stuff. We're not going to sugarcoat. Like, I'm fixing to like bring it, y'all. So if you're not seated, like, sit down, get your honey in a chair, y'all. Okay. So like, Rebecca doesn't even know this because 2.5 hours ago, this wasn't even a plan, but I just got off an impromptu Zoom with another person on our team who has decided that they're going to run for Emerald this month. And I was in a green shirt before, and now I'm in a blue shirt. And we'll talk about why that is in a minute. But I'm just saying, like, I have just had, like, a come to Jesus church service with another part of my team tonight. And so I might be sweaty, y'all, because I'm pretty excited about this month, what can happen. But this is the truth. Each one of y'all are in charge of your own goals and dreams. And you are going to be the catalyst that makes them happen. Your team duplicates you. So if you are a wisher, a hoper, a wanter, then your team is going to do that. They're going to wish, hope, and want, and nothing's going to happen. Like, it's a fisherman that goes to the ocean with his fishing pole and forgets to bait it and hopes that a fish is going to show up to jump on the hook. It ain't going to happen, right? I just made that analogy up all on my own. Who's proud? Okay, so I am just saying, like, you got to bait the hook. You got to get after it. You better bring a net to catch the big old fish that you're planning to get, because that's the only way that you're going to be prepared. Your team will duplicate your action. So personally sponsoring has got to happen. Like, they got to see you doing it so that they see that that is normal. That's how we do things, right? Even if it's 3 ambassadors this month, that's what we want people duplicating. If every person on your personal team added 3 ambassadors this month, you would rank advance, no matter what you are, right? Like, no matter what level you are, you would rank advance. So if you added 3 and 3 people on your team added 3, you're going to be super silver this month. Like, it is so possible to reach your goals and dreams. And I know there are several people on this call that are planning to double rank advance this month, which freaking gives me chills from the bottom of my feet all the way up to the top of my head, because I wish I had enough belief in myself to double rank advance. That's all it is. It's just belief. It's the willing yourself to succeed, right? It's developing silvers. It's signing up 199s, because what you present people is 199s. You don't present them $199 welcome pack. I only send a $199 graphic. That's all I send. $199, that's what we have to offer you. Now, they can get in their back office, or they can go on that they're going to join and see that we have $99, and they can think, well, she didn't tell me about that. I wonder why that is, and then ask me. But I'm going to present the best value, because honestly, I would be hostile if somebody had signed me up with a $99 welcome pack when I could have gotten $350 worth of products for $199. I said this on Tuesday night. I'm going to say it again. We have to stop deciding people are poor. Like, it's just rude. We have to stop doing that. We have to stop assuming that they cannot afford things. We don't know what's in their banking account, and we don't know how bad they want this. And I can tell you, as a poor Oklahoma teacher, I would have bought a $199 without even flinching, because of the value in what I'm getting. And so it's us being passionate and confident as we present that opportunity. And so I love that all of you have already claimed where you're going this month, but now we got to get the action behind that. And I'm getting ready to say something kind of tough, and your leader is probably going to go to tears, but it's going to be okay. So this is what I'm going to say to you. I have been, let's see, a nice word. I have been really encouraging Rebecca that even though her heart is for all of you to rank promote, that her heart is to see y'all reach your dreams, that she needs to get in the game herself. And we all need to get in this boat, and we need to start rowing together, because my shirt is not an accident. It's time for this team to be Sapphire. It is time for y'all to do this. It's not out of reach. I would never tell somebody to push for something that cannot happen, but becoming a Sapphire team it's just incredible. It is, I don't even know how to describe it. It's so much different than an Emerald team. An Emerald team is an amazing team. It's the first pinnacle of the jewel level. But when you get to be a Sapphire, you're just one step from Diamond, y'all. And I can tell you, like, there's just nothing more special than knowing that your team is 100% in this to win it. And yes, we all want you to do the things, but what I've encouraged her to do, which she is scared to death to do, is to claim that this is what she wants. Y'all need to hear her claim it, don't you? Don't you all need to hear her say, this is what we're going to do? Like, nobody thinks that she's selfish because she wants to have y'all rank advance, and in the process of doing that, it just automatically pushes her up. Like, see, I told you she'd go to tears because she really does have the heart for y'all. And she's like, but I just want it to be about them. It is about y'all. But in the process of it being about y'all, I can want it for her. I can want it enough for her that I want to get on this Zoom without her permission and say, it's time to go blue. So I'll let her speak. I don't want to like take away her glory moment, but I'm just saying, like, it's time for this team to rise up and do the things, all of us together this month, and we will all succeed together. Like, that's my biggest dream for y'all.
Oh my goodness, Christine. Am I unmuted? I think I am.
You're unmuted.
Oh, well, yeah, I didn't see that coming at all. She has been on my case a little bit because I just really do want it to be about you guys. Like, I'm wearing red. I want lots of rubies on my team, senior rubies. And I'm just so proud of you guys for working hard and doing the things, and just, it's a big, hairy, scary goal. And I just want to say that, some of you are like point projected. I've been talking to Michelle with the numbers, and some of you are point projected to go rank up pretty fairly easily. Not easy, but not super big, giant, hairy, audacious goals. And some of you have big, hairy, audacious goals. And going Sapphire is a big, hairy, audacious goal. But my thing is, I love you all, and love seeing you guys cheer me on. It's very humbling. It's very, very humbling. Like when we were at our retreat, some of you were at our retreat, and you were like showing me blue things and giving me little blue gifts, and it blew me away that you want me to win with you. But it's like, that's what we do together as a team. We rise together. We rise up. I love the name of our convention, Rising Up Together. And nothing's more fun than seeing you guys succeed. And I think you all know that that's my heart. Like, I am tired of some of you all being the same rank for a long time. I'm ready for you guys to rise up and move on. And if that happens for our whole team, if we go Sapphire together as a team, glory to God, like that's my thing. But it's not going to just happen on a wish and a prayer. You're right, Christine. It's going to be us rising together. And what I want to see is all of you rising together and all of you working to do the things to make it happen. So
sorry I missed this all, but I'm on the ground for like 5 minutes, so I thought I'd pop on and say hi.
Hi, Jeffrey Paul. Christine made me cry.
Why did she make you cry?
Because our team is going for Sapphire.
Yay! She said it! That makes me very happy.
Yay.
See, a little too for me too. My blue girl.
We have work to do. I think that the thing is we have to just, like Christine says, lean into our fears, and we have to be confident, and we have to put in the work to make it happen. We can't just wish it and pray it and hope it and go in it. And that's my thing. I think I've been praying about it too the last few days. Like, should I be out there that we're trying to get to Sapphire as a team? And I've really wrestled with it because I don't want it to be about me. I want it to be about you guys. But I also at the same time feel like Christine put up that graphic today about the rowboat, like we're all on the rowboat. And I felt like I can't tell you guys to be rowing the boat. And I'm over here just hoping and cheering you on from the sidelines. I want to be in the trenches. I want to be in the boat with you and working together. Because I can't get our team to Sapphire all by myself. Can't do that. And the reason we're even getting close is because some of y'all are just rocking it and blowing it out of the water. All of you are. You're all doing the things. You all have the heart's desire and you see the vision. And wow. So I just love you guys, and let's do this thing.
We love you too.
Okay, so I'm going to jump back in here because one of the things that I do in my personal life, and I'm not trying to offend anyone, but I'm just going to share from my heart right now. One of the things that I personally do in my life is I look for examples in scripture of what I'm supposed to be doing and how I'm supposed to be doing it. And I truly believe that Jesus with his 12 is showing us how we're supposed to link arms with people. I just do believe that. The other thing that I see is that Jesus didn't wait for people to learn about the truth. He spoke the truth. He went after the truth. He proclaimed it loudly, and we need to do that. Am I comparing Plexus to the gospel? Not really, maybe in a weird sort of way. I'm not trying to be psycho, but I'm just saying, like, that's the example that I read, that I see, is that we have to be bold in the things that we believe in our faith, in our convictions with this business, in our ability to help people. Like, we have been given a gift. And until we see that, and until we embrace it and really catch the vision for what this can be, we are not going to be successful doing Plexus, because it's not in our heart. It's not from our soul place, right? And so when you guys go out and you claim rank advancements, like, this is something that's really near and dear to me. I have seen people recently who just signed up that say, well, I'm going to be diamond by the end of the year. And I'm going to go, well, but how are you going to do that? Like, is that realistic? Because kind of you need to start with silver, right? We can't go from silver to diamond. Like, I wish it was that easy, but it isn't. And here's what I love about all of you, every single person on this call, what you have claimed as your goal is attainable. There's nothing that anyone said on here that I don't see as attainable. And I'll be honest, because I'm a strong red personality. If I saw you claiming something that was not attainable, we probably wouldn't have a conversation about it on here because it's not appropriate. But I would message you privately and be like, seriously? Like, we need to probably talk about how the fact you had 10 points last month and you're going to have 500 by the end of the month. Like, we probably need to talk about that because it's probably not realistic. And I say that because early in my journey, I was set up for disappointment. I had somebody who was a big cheerleader in my life and I love, but told me I could go Emerald in 6 months. And I believed that person. And so when I didn't hit Emerald in 6 months, when I didn't hit even Ruby in 6 months, I was discouraged by it. And so I don't set people up for failure. I've had this conversation with Rebecca, I don't know, a lot of times this month about, I'm not going to ever suggest that you do something that you can't do, because I just am a realist. And what I want to tell each one of you tonight is that your goals that you have set are absolutely realistic. So nobody needs to sit by their phone tonight and wait for a private message from me. Like, you're not getting one saying you're unrealistic in what you're hoping for, because you can do it. The biggest mistake that I've watched people make, and I want to prevent all of you from making, is the sitting back and hoping and waiting. Like, it just does not work. We cannot hope that we're going to make it. We cannot look at last month's predictions or projections or last month's numbers or subs or how many people we added and go, you know what, I'm going to just sail into gold. I'm just going to sail into, because there's so many factors that go into that. And I'm sure Michelle would agree. I'm just going to pretend that she does agree with me in saying that subscriptions are not a guarantee. So we can look at a subscription and say this person is supposed to process, but if their credit card does not process through, then we don't get the points for that person. So we cannot rely completely on like who has their subscription set up. And that's why it's up to us to go in and check. And so what I was telling this soon to be Emerald team about an hour and a half ago on a Zoom was that that's what we can be doing right now. The things that we can be doing today before all the subs process by the 28th are we can be reaching out to people that have partial PV, right? There's people that ordered a bag of Slim. We can be reaching out to them. We can be incentivizing them with tax and shipping, with $10 toward their purchase. Whatever it takes, we can be incentivizing them right now instead of waiting until the 28th and hoping that they're going to order. We can go ahead and get that done. We can reach out to people who did not order last month and say, listen, I noticed you didn't order in March, but we want you to order this month. Have you tried Metaburn? Have you tried Metaburn Block Slim combo? Have you tried whatever, like whatever meets their needs? Have you added Ease with Slim to see if it helps with your inflammation? Because Slim and Ease together are $100 in PV. Like just reaching out to people and really having that conversation with them now instead of waiting to the end and being like, well, I'll reach out to them if I need the points. Like I'm not a last minute Joe. Anybody who's ever done a rank advancement with me knows like it's against my religion to rank advance on the last day of the month. Like it literally is. Like I will have a panic attack, y'all. I mean, I am never early to anything except to rank advancements. Just so we all have the disclaimer on that. But I don't want us waiting till the last minute. Like do the front work now. When those subscriptions process, we'll have a better idea of where all of us are. But I just want to like say I'm not sleeping this month. I've pretty much not decided I'm not going to sleep. I have too many people that are pushing for huge rank advancements all over this team, which is literally freaking blowing my mind. It is the most exciting thing I've ever seen. So I will sleep in May. So I am literally saying to each one of you on this call, if you need me, if I can encourage you, help you, if you have a question, would you please know that I'm not a big scary diamond. I'm just a Christine, a regular girl that's an introvert who likes to hang out in yoga pants and work from her like computer at her house. Like that's who I am. There's nothing intimidating about me. Reach out to me and say like, what should I do in this situation? Or do you have verbiage for this? Or what incentive would you offer this person? Or, you know, I need 50 points. How can I get them? Like whatever it is, I'm not saying skip Rebecca, but just know that I'm a backup. I have all the time in the world. I probably won't be up in the middle of the night, but message me and I'll get back to you the very next day. Like, y'all are my priority. This team is what I'm doing this month. Like, that's all I'm doing. I've never before said I'm not working my personal business, but I've already signed my 2 ambassadors and got the double thing. Nobody's announced that, but I already got my double thing unlocked. So I'm good. And I'm just moving on to this. This is what I'm doing this month, is helping people reach their goals and dreams, because honestly, there's nothing more exciting than watching each one of y'all have financial freedom and the excitement that you bring to your individual teams. There's no words to convey what it does. When you watch somebody else in your organization promote, you believe that it's real. Like that's just literally the conversation that I had with the soon to be Emerald team, is they believe it's possible when they see you do it. Whether that's gold, senior gold, ruby, whatever it is, that's when they believe they can do it, because they saw somebody that they know and that they trust do it. And so then they believe they can do it too. So you are the inspiration to your team. You are the leader, whether you like it or not. If you send up one person, you're a leader. So dig in, do the things. Like, I cannot wait to see the things that are going to come out of this team right here this month. I'm like standing by to just like rock it out with y'all. Like seriously, I will take no credit, but I will be cheering loudly.
You're going to get a little bit of credit. Just saying. That's so awesome. I watched it. I think Lori was telling me Bob Heilig, some of us tune into Bob Heilig, and he had a thing on tonight about rank ups, and maybe she wants to share a little bit about that. But I watched another, I don't know if she wants to or not, But I watched another video the other day, and he was talking about kind of that very thing, Christine, about your team is watching you, and the personal sponsoring is super important. He was saying that, and I don't remember the guy's name, but like forever, centuries, like nobody ran a 4-minute mile. Like they thought it was physically impossible to run a 4-minute mile. And all of a sudden, training for the Olympics, some guy does it. He runs a 4-minute mile. And Denise probably likes this because she's a runner. But, you know, so like nobody had done it, but he finally did it. And so like within a year, I can't remember, like 100 people did it. And it's that whole mindset of, okay, you see somebody else do it, you see somebody else running for it and crushing their goals and sponsoring 6 and getting the iPad or whatever. Like it makes you, it's contagious. It's like even in our team, like I can't tell you a month where we had multiple, I think we ended up having like 15 people earn the iPad. That's like never happened on our team. Like we haven't had that where people, tons of people sponsoring 6 or more or 8 or 10 or 12 or freaking 20 like Robin. Like we haven't had that, but somebody did it first and then they all start doing it. And that's what we want to see this month is all of us, you know, running for our dreams, duplicating silvers. We need to have more silver announcements. We need to have more people going silver this month because truly the way to your rank up is creating silvers and those 199 packs. Y'all are laughing at something. I don't know if you're laughing at me or what, but
I'm laughing at Christine's 4-minute mile.
Were you running? Were you doing running things? I didn't see it.
That's what I was laughing at.
I just said, like, I just want to make it super clear that it is absolutely impossible that I will ever run.
Oh.
Like, I would be winning if I ran a 14-minute mile. Just so everybody's clear. Like, I don't run unless somebody with a knife is chasing me. I walk. Running. No. Anyway.
Okay. Well, I meant that in all seriousness, but it was funny, apparently. Too funny. Did you want to say something, Lori? About your, what did you message me? You messaged me something. Sticky notes.
Oh.
I like that.
Do what? Well, I'll go back.
I don't know.
Sure.
You said something about do sticky notes, affirmations of your rank up everywhere.
Oh, yes.
I like that.
Yes. Put the goal in front of you on sticky notes everywhere. That was one of the things he talked about tonight. And making sure that you're like looking at your numbers, you know. Stay in your back office, virtual office, and look at your numbers. Which I do that quite a bit. So that was another tip. Know where you're at.
I like it. Well, I mean, here's the thing, is that this is the month. April is the month. It's the last month to qualify to change your badge, your rank up, your rank on your lanyard at convention. So those of us that are going to convention that maybe have gone to convention before, if you would like to change your rank on your lanyard, let me see a hand. So, I mean, this is it. This is the time. And, you know, I just want to hit the floor running for all of us. I want all of us to do it together. And I'm so blessed to have you guys as my team and my cheerleaders. And you know that I'm cheering you on loudly. And you know that I am here too. Christine and I both are here. When you have questions or you want to figure something out, if you don't know the math, if it's not adding up, if you have a moment where you're struggling in your belief and you need us to cheer you on and lift you up, if you need us to pray for you, just reach out, because that is the best part of what Christine and I, as your jewel leaders, get to do, is lift you guys up, because you're all future jewels. You are. You're all future diamonds. And don't let anybody or anything tell you any differently. You're just a stepping stone away from being a diamond too. And you know, I'll tell you something else. Genevieve, I went to lunch with her a little while back, and she asked me, okay, so when are you gonna go diamond? And it took me back, and I said to her, well, I said sapphire first. And when I said that to her, that was a couple months ago, and I honestly felt like even sapphire was so far away, you guys. And she made me cry. Shocker. But she said, well, no. And she just looked at me like I was retarded, kind of like I had horns coming out of my head. She's like, you don't say, well, I have to get sapphire first. She said, you decide when you're going diamond, because, in order to get to sapphire, you have to work like a diamond. You have to think like a diamond. You have to do the things like a diamond. And I just want to say that to all of you, whether you are brand new and you're probably freaking out by tonight, or you just went silver, or you just went super silver, or you're gold, whatever rank you are, just realize that you are a future diamond, and that's where your brain has to be, is that high. Because you're not going to get that high without that mindset and that faith and that courage and that bravery and that personal growth that happens along the way. Anybody have questions, comments?
I have something really quick. So I'm so excited that Christine said it, because we're like right before I was leaving work, and Rebecca was like, I still haven't told anybody on my team. So it's been this secret, that we've been looking at. And even when she was going through and talking, after Christine had said that, I don't know if any of you noticed it, but she immediately went back to all of you. Right? Because that's the kind of leader she is. She's such a servant leader. She knows what you guys want to do. She wants to support you. And so I think, and I don't know if anybody else feels this way, but Rebecca, if you need those same things too, like, we are here for you, and like, you're on my heart, and I want so badly to see you walk across the stage as a sapphire this year. And I know everybody else on this team wants that for you too. So you guys, are we going to help Rebecca get to sapphire this month? Yes, we are. And it's because you guys are going for the goals that you're going for too. You guys are all going to rank together. It is going to be the greatest month. It's too bad the retreat was earlier, because it's going to be amazing. But just a hop and a skip away, you guys are all going to be together at convention with those new ranks on your lanyards, right? With a brand new sapphire, a sapphire leader. You guys are going to be a sapphire team. And I am so excited to see it. So I'm so excited for you, Rebecca.
Thank you, Michelle, so much. Michelle's a pretty awesome cheerleader.
I want to jump in here. Like, my first color is red, but my second color is green. And so it goes to, like, that's where my not wishing, hoping comes from. It's like strategy, numbers, like, let's look at what's really possible. And so what I want to encourage each one of you to do, based on where you want to end at the end of this month, is to take the time to get into your reports in your back office and really look at where you're projecting. Like, look at how many people you added last month, what levels they are to you, how many points they're going to count. Did they have a subscription on? Because we know that anyone without a subscription, the likelihood they're going to reorder is 20%. Okay? So you can't count on people that don't have a subscriptions. Those are people that you reach out and follow up with, right? But really go through and figure out, like, where you're supposed to end, because that it's not meant to discourage you. Instead, what it's meant to do is for you to go, okay, well, I'm going to end 190 points from subscriptions based on how many people that I added last month. So I need to find 60 points if I'm going to go senior gold. Like, I got to go find them. Where am I going to get them from? Am I going to get them from white lines? Am I going to get them from partial PVers? Am I going to get them from brand new $199 welcome packs? Am I going to get them from people on my team that are duplicating me and going silver, and so they're adding points? Really take the time to know what you're shooting for, because this is what I've learned. You will never hit the target unless you know what the target is. So I know there are a lot of people that don't like the numbers freak them out. They don't want to know it. But honestly, that's how you get where you're going to go. And so I just want to encourage you. This is what is really exciting to me, looking at so many people on this team, is that your goal that you have set for yourself it's gonna be attainable because you have people on your team under you duplicating and pushing for their own goals. So, like, just looking at you guys right here, we have a team that is possibly, most likely, senior ruby with a senior gold with 3 rubies under her. Woohoo, Stephanie! Like, that's the kind of momentum and the action that you had. And I'm going to tell you, like, just from my heart, there is nothing cooler than rank advancing with your team. Like, it is the bomb. Like, it is amazing. So the month that I went diamond is the month that Rebecca went emerald. Like, that was freaking awesome, you guys. Like, there's just nothing better than watching people in your organization succeed, and you just happen to succeed with them at the same time. So really sit down and look at what points you need so that you know where to go find those points, so that you're not just hoping that it's going to happen, because a lot of things, you know, in between now and then can come up. And so if you know what you're shooting for, you're more likely to hit that target. Okay, now I'm going to hush and you guys can ask questions.
I want you guys to ask questions, but you made me think of something when you were talking, Christine, is that, I mean, I keep saying that it feels like 2016 again. That's the year I went emerald. And there was all kinds of momentum and things were just easier then. Our company has gone through some hills and valleys. And now I feel like we've just brought on the right people. It's the right time, the new products, the 199 packs. Like, that's making it so possible to have big point jumps, you guys. And the retention is so much better too. So we do have an opportunity, and don't look at this thing as it's too hard wherever you're at. And also, I want to say this too, if you are looking at your point projections and you're like, they look pretty good, don't sit back and relax, because you're working towards the next rank too. You're working towards senior ruby or senior gold or emerald, right? So you want to be, if you're working towards ruby, you want to be senior ruby as soon as you can, right? So whatever you do this month is going to carry over to next month. So just keep that in mind. Like, keep that in mind. You want to be making the most of every month right now, because really this is our busy momentum time, you know, leading up to convention and summer. Our business does start to slow a little bit in the winter, right? We all can attest to that. If you've been in Plexus longer than a year, you know. So now's the time to really kick it into gear. And I know that sounds really red of me, but I just want you to think about that. Like, even if it's not like, you know, a big stretch goal, and I know some of you have a big stretch goal, and I am cheering you on to do the things and get it done. But even if you don't have a huge stretch goal, be thinking about that next rank that you want too. Okay, now you can ask questions. I'm done.
I'm just gonna say bye real quick. I'm gonna hop off. I'm gonna run inside and eat dinner, but I'm so excited for you guys, and know that I'm looking at some of this stuff with Rebecca too. So, you know, but definitely go through. You have a little more investment if you know where you're gonna be. But if you guys have any questions, pass them through to Rebecca, and I'm always happy to answer them. Bye, guys.
Thank you, Michelle. Hey, I'm muting myself. Who wants to go?
I can't think of any questions off the top of my head, but I just want to thank you guys so much for all your prayers, for your support, for helping me achieve my goal. I have the most amazing team. God has been so good. I love each and every one of you. My upline from Christine, Rebecca, Stephanie. I just so appreciate every single one of you. And it's going to be an exciting month. I'm so excited.
I'm so ready for you to be Ruby. I can't even stand it. We love you, Andrea. All right. I guess that's it, huh?
Have a good night.
Have a good night, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Good night. Oh,
Bye.
I just know this. I'm praying for you guys. We prayed last time at the end. You want to pray now too, Christine? I don't know. It's a quick prayer.
We can. I think a lot of people have hopped off, but it's still recording. So yeah, we totally can.
All right. So I'm just going to pray. And I'll dial. Christine will hang up and pray together. So, Lord Jesus, thank you for this night. And thank you for this team. And thank you for all that we're on and that had to get off of now. We've been yammering on a while, but Lord, we just, you know our hearts, and our hearts are to see you glorified in all of this.
God, you are so amazing, and we thank you for the relationships that you've brought just here, like among these people. We know that it's by divine appointment, and we are so grateful for the opportunity that you've given us to change lives through these natural products created from your plants. I think that's the most amazing part about what we get to do with Plexus. And God, I just pray for each one of these people that are either on this Zoom or watching the Zoom later. I just pray for their businesses specifically, that you would bless them in just an incredible way, beyond expectation. God, we pray for this month specifically, that you would show up in the small things, in the details, in the big things, that we would know and remember that your plan is always best. You have it all planned out for us ahead of time. And God, I just pray that you would just help us to link arms, to cheer each other on and support each other. We thank you in advance for all the miracles that you're going to do this month. And we pray this in Jesus' name. Amen.
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 Love you guys.